welcome back to the Anchor Media channel. My name is Tatum Ayomike. I am the CEO and executive producer here at Anchor Media. Today's video is all about how you can get more consistent with your podcasting. The number one piece of advice that I give new podcasters is that they have to be consistent. A lack of consistency is a podcast killer. And I say that because when you're looking to sell to your audience, people buy from those they know, they like, and they trust. And if you aren't able to produce and put out content when you say that you are, how can they be confident that when they purchase something from you that they're going to receive it in time? Also, it's really hard to get people to buy into what you have to say, your message and your show, if you struggle with putting an episode out and they don't even know when to expect to get a new episode from you. So make sure before you launch your podcast that it is something that you can maintain. Now, here are some tips to help you be a little bit more consistent. First, create a content calendar. Have a production calendar, a production schedule to where you know what episodes you're going to record, when the editing is going to take place, when it's going to come out. It can be as simple as a spreadsheet where you have it blocked off on your calendar to record. But having that schedule, that spreadsheet, all of the things that you need to record a podcast episode in advance makes it a lot more easy. You can do it on a monthly basis. You can do it 6 months, and if you're really good, do it for a year out. I would suggest maybe about 3 to 6 months worth of content at a time. That way you have time to really review the analytics, get back in touch with your audience and see what their feedback is, what comments and reviews they're leaving on the content, and allow that data, that feedback to inform what the next 3 to 6 months worth of content should be. But schedule it in advance so you already know what you're talking about. You already have that time blocked off, and it makes it a lot easier to be consistent. And also you can create a very set schedule. So it could be every Friday you record. So it's one less thing to think about, which makes it a lot easier to be more consistent. Now, another reason why podcasters are usually not too consistent is because you run out of ideas. I get it. But don't let that stop you. So here's how you can get creative and get consistent with the type of ideas that you generate for your podcast. One of the things that you can do is keep a list in your phone. As you're driving, walking, having conversations in places where you're inspired and you want to take that to the podcast, keep a running list in the notes section of your phone. So that way, when you go back to that master list of what you need to record, you can pull directly from there. As you're reading and maybe watching inspirational things, reading different books, if there's a quote or something like that that sticks with you and you want to discuss it further on the podcast, write that down. So in those moments, those downloads come and those moments of inspiration happen, always write it down and then transfer your notes into that spreadsheet that you can pull from when it's time to record. You can also simply ask your audience, right? Send out an email asking them what do they want to hear on the podcast. Look at the performance of last episodes and see what the top episodes are and how you can have similar conversations but in a new way. You can also look at social media to see what your audience is commenting on a lot. You can go to online forums like a Quora or a Reddit or Facebook groups or Clubhouse if that's still a thing, and see the type of conversations that your target audience is having. Pay particular attention to things that come up a lot and things that your audience seems to be very passionate about, because if you then translate that over into the episode, then I can guarantee you that you're going to create a show that really hits the nail on the head with your ideal listener. Another pro tip, go to Google, Yahoo, Bing, whatever it is that you use as your search engine, but use Google, and start typing something in that's relevant to your audience and your subject matter, and let Google fill it for you, because what that's going to tell you is what are people searching for the most as it relates to that subject. And then that it helps improve your SEO when it comes to your podcast, when it comes to your website where the podcast is being ranked higher. So use that as well to generate show topics. And again, all of these things that you're doing, the notes, the looking at different forums, writing down moments of being inspired, doing these Google searches, always transfer it back to that master list of episode topics that you can pull from. And get as many as you can, and once you start running low to where you maybe have like a month or so of content left from those topics, do it all over again. Things move so fast these days. What you find this month might be totally different next month. So also make sure you have it in some type of rotation where you're doing this on a consistent basis. Another reason why some podcasters aren't consistent is because some of the tasks are just simply tedious. Editing, show notes, things of that nature. So understand that as the podcast host, the most important thing for you to do is to communicate the content. Everything else, outsource it. You can go to Fiverr for low-cost solutions on show notes or podcast editing, and so that way it's easier for you to stay consistent because you're focusing on the things that you love and not the things that you hate. Or if you don't want to manage it at all or think about the marketing, because that's definitely a huge point when it comes to podcast listeners, because they don't understand marketing, you may just be discouraged to continue to show up. So if you want to outsource that altogether, the production, the marketing, the management, to people who are going to get you the results that you want to see, of course, come to Anchor Media. You can actually click the link in the description to see more about our AM digital service, where we do full production, marketing, and management of podcasters, and learn more about what we do and how we can help you with your show. So that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything or there's any other roadblock that seems to be keeping you from being consistent, and let's talk about it in another video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.